Rick Steele here on this Wednesday morning, and as mentioned last week, we will have this new betting advice tips video up for you, and it will be dealing with looking back to last year, 2020, and obviously preparing and looking ahead to 2021. So let's jump right into it. One thing I want to stress is to line shop. You need various sports books available to you to get the best lines possible. You have a grapevine that you can read on the importance of this, and also another YouTube channel video that you can look up in relation to how important line shopping is. To bet at the same sports books that I bet at, you go to the homepage of my website, pshltd.com. There you'll see the sports books that I deal with. Click on a banner where you don't have an account. It will take you to that sports book and you can open up your account. Very important, having various and many outs. Based on that, you're able to increase your profits without even increasing your win percentage. Extremely important. If you haven't already done so as well, you want to follow me across social media, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. My handle is @RickSteele99. This is going to give you all the latest sports betting news in a timely fashion, and especially with Twitter, where the follow button is, right beside, you're going to see a bell. Hit the bell. That's going to turn on the notifications. Each and every time I update the app with new picks, I tweet out the fact that that has happened. You will get an alert to your phone. So it's very convenient, allows you to never miss a bet, and keeps you mobile at the same time, convenient at the same time, while staying in touch, not losing the ability to place your bets. So follow across social media. You can shoot me any questions that you have through those platforms as well. And also here on my YouTube channel, feel free to like and comment on any of my videos here on my channel. Keep in mind, as I mentioned before, my only goal in spending the time and money in producing these videos is to help you become a more profitable, more efficient sports bettor. Obviously, it is about money as well. Hope to put you on a few more winners and help you to avoid some losers at the same time. All that I ever ask for in return in spending the time and money in producing these videos, I would appreciate if you could support my channel by hitting the subscribe button. So don't leave. As we end this video later on, please hit the subscribe button before you leave. I appreciate it. So let's get into the crux and meat of this particular video. It's relating to 2021. Let's go, right? I would assume that I speak for most of us in relation to 2020, both personally and sports betting. Professionally, it was challenging to say the least. The first 3 months in the sports betting business started out normal enough, although we were showing a small loss by the end of March. We were then forced into a 4-month pause. As the lights came back on, activity in sports leagues picked up, we were able to actually hit a nice groove. Now, I know the official calendar does not change to 2021 yet. However, since we close off each of our weeks in the individual sports years on Sundays, for betting record-keeping purposes, Monday, December the 28th, will be day one, week one of our 2021 sports year. Now, despite all the curves and roadblocks and challenges that were thrown at us, we ended up, and we will be, having a profitable 2020 sports betting year. Our return on investment is going to come in at around 2.2%, and in over 20 years of doing this, my average ROI on a yearly basis comes in at around 3 to 5%. So we come in slightly below minimum expectations, but given the challenges in society this year, no excuses. We were able to turn a profit, not as much as we would hoped, but still a profitable year. So today, as of this Sunday coming up, it ends up being week 52, last day of 2020. So you want to get your bookkeeping all in order, because bookkeeping is important in this business, knowing where you're doing well, where you need to improve. We track overall stats as well as the same stats broken down for each individual sport. The overall stats are closed off and started anew each calendar year, where the individual sports obviously are closed off at each individual sports season ending. So bookkeeping, very important. Set up your books. It's not that timely, it's not that time consuming. Line shopping, get your sports book set up so that you will also be able to deal and get the best lines in the industry where your money is safe, you won't get limited, and you will, when winning, will get paid if you want to and choose to deal with the same sports books that I deal with. They're all documented as mentioned prior on my homepage. So bookkeeping is important to your success. As we mentioned, every business, conventional or like this, obviously you need to know where you stand and where you want to improve. It takes me about 5 minutes each given day for the administrative side, 10 minutes on Sunday when we close off the week. It's really not that big a deal. So for each individual sport and overall, we track dollars risked, profit and loss, ROI, in other words, return on investment, plus and minus units, and obviously CLV, which means closing line value. If you're unsure of any of these calculations or terms, again, there's another YouTube video in my betting tips section which will help you in the record keeping side, detailing it all for you. There's also a grapevine that you can attach. If you go to my website, you'll find it on record keeping. And again, through social media, you can address and ask me any questions that you have in this area as well. Volume of bets is never our primary focus. Value is and always will be our focus. However, obviously on a perfect day, in a perfect world, large volume with value is the ideal situation. I'd like to tell you that each year is the same and your bankroll and profits will grow in a straight line. However, that's not accurate and it would be a lie. Every year is different, but the finish line, generally speaking, looks the same. As mentioned prior, we come in at an ROI. Minimum expectation is 3%. On average, 4 to 5%. In good years, we've had much higher than that. Maximum level, we've hit 10 and 11% on some outstanding years. Some years we get off to fast starts. Other years we go sideways or on slow starts. But as I mentioned, where the finish line usually ends up is the 3 to 5% range. So what I would suggest you do is, as you got the next few days before Monday comes around, set up your 2021 admin system and follow along with me. Your results should be very similar to mine. The only way that your results are different than mine is if you miss plays or you're not getting the same lines that I'm getting. And obviously we touched on how you can get the same lines at the same time. Regardless of the dollar value unit, percentage-wise, it's still important. You need a minimum of 3 sports books that you're dealing with, and that's an absolute minimum in order to diversify your risk and get the lines that are best possible for you. The 2021 app versions will be available in the App Store shortly. I'll let you all know when they're available. You'll download that and you'll continue for the next year to get the same bets that I make officially day in, day out. For those of you that are not aware, that are getting the app for the first time, you get game analysis broken down by each particular game that we bet, detailing how we bet, why I consider that to be valuable and value. And that will also give you additional tools and techniques for you to use moving forward in order to break down games for yourself, as mentioned again, to become a more profitable sports bettor. And obviously, again, all that I ever ask for in return is supporting this channel by clicking on the subscribe button before you leave. Also, you get total transparency. So we will break down, again, record keeping on a daily basis where we stand, each sport, as we update our records right there on the app for you to follow along as well. And with the app, you get alerts. So in addition, you'll get an alert each and every time throughout the day I update the app with new picks. Again, keeping you mobile, totally convenient, allowing you never to miss a bet at the same time. Patience. Proper money management, discipline, and shopping are some of the keys to your long-term success in this business. Now, keep in mind, Just because the calendar is going to change and we're going to start anew this upcoming Monday from 2020 to 2021, we all know the virus has not gone away. It just doesn't disappear. And also bad habits that you may have in this business just automatically don't change or disappear because of obviously the calendar changing. You need to correct, you need to make changes in your situation if you think there's areas that you need to improve. There's always challenges, ups and downs, more so some years than others. But regardless, stay focused, continue to improve, adapt, and self-evaluate how you're doing in this business. How you handle the ups and downs in this business goes a long way, obviously, to determining your level of success. So before I close this off, as far as that, I wish all of you a healthy, prosperous, coming holiday season. Stay focused as mentioned. Get your lines in your books opened so you have various outs. Put together your record keeping. If anyone has any questions, don't hesitate to contact. 2021 is about to begin for us this upcoming Monday. Let's take the journey together and have a great 2021 with massive profits.